Alright, g'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Cold Waters with Mags, and welcome back aboard the Victor 3. So, we have our new mission objectives. We're to head to the East China Sea and start hunting down a surface battle group that is armed with anti-ship cruise missiles and potentially ballistic missiles. So, a little bit larger combat group this time. It's a bit of force projection that we're going and hunting. However, before we got there, we have been intercepted by what appears to be a submarine. We're just about to do our identification. Alright, so let's see exactly what we have here. Alright, so possibly? No. Could be a Han. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be a Han, not a...
One is classified as submerged.
Not a Shane. Though I could be wrong. The lines are close here. I'm not 100%, but it does appear... I'm going to make the guess that it's going to be a Han. So, details at this point. Just below the thermal layer, so it can't hear us as well as we can hear it at the moment. Signature. If it went active, it would detect us. It can't hear us on passive at the moment.
Steady course.
And it is
closing.
Sonar.
Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Okay. Cavitating and changing depth. Currently estimated 9.5 kiliyards. I have no idea why it's cavitating. And it's diving away. Alright, well before it gets too far away...
Shoot 2-1, aye sir.
Torpedo out. And then I want to turn the torpedo south. So I can hook it in underneath the Han and get it to shoot this way. Although it looks like it's actually turning this way, so that works anyway. Actually, it looks like it's turning away. It looks like it's done an abrupt 180 and it shouldn't have picked us up, not through the thermal layer. It wasn't close enough. Oh, we should have a better look at it in just a moment. I'm going to extend the torpedo out a little bit here just to make sure the wire's good. Now, our thermal layer is at 133 feet, so we want to dive to 150.
Make depth 150 feet, dive high.
So now the torpedo is away and above the thermal layer, so hopefully it shouldn't be heard by the hunting submarine. We didn't get counterfire, so I don't think it heard the launch transient. And it hasn't fired yet, so I don't think it can detect the torpedo. Now we can actually head below the layer ourselves. While the torpedo is above the layer and invisible, we can now have our hydrophones below the layer and see whether or not we can get a better look at this sub. Identify it, confirm its identity, and confirm its actual location.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 260. Contact
that's
faded.
Interesting. We just lost it. Alright, so the contact has been bouncing down a little bit, bouncing around a little bit rather. So it's been bouncing around from this range at the moment, which looks at 4.7 kiliyards, down to around here, which is about 15. So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to activate the torpedo, and I'm going to have it start actively homing. So it's all set up to do that.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Whoa. That acquired almost straight away. Alright, so it is
Con
right
sonar,
here.
Noisemaker
Counterfire
bearing
on.
260.
That was pot luck. I did
Con
not know it would
sonar,
be directly in
launch
front of me.
transient
I was
from
expecting
Sierra
that kind of
1.
a response. I wasn't expecting that to be directly
Con,
in front of the
fire
torpedo.
Control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Alright, so 2 torpedoes away in our general, or in the torpedo's general direction.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
So counter shots coming
Con
in.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 263.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Once again, one of my biggest complaints with Cold Waters is I don't have the ability to, with manual control, to have it lock direction without doing this. What I'm doing now, in order to keep it going in a straight line, you can see the torpedo's depth changing as I'm making the torpedo dive or change elevation. So it's either diving or surfacing. Rather than just sailing straight forward, I don't have the ability to lock its direction. If I let go of the controls on manual aim, it automatically goes into homing, which is kind of annoying. I should be able to lock
Con
that.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 262.
Although I suppose that's meant to be an increase in the difficulty. Make you have to constantly work the torpedo and have the torpedo lose both speed and energy. Right.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go, reacquired. We should have the Han appear here actively in a second. If not, oh, looks like we're going to hit empty order.
Con sonar
Ooh.
lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 264. Contact breaking up.
Alright, so that's another Han to the pile. Once the torpedoes have worn out, we should be able to leave the area. So, moving on. Right, so confirmed hand sunk, 7 USET 80s remaining. I've still got my 2 rocket-propelled torpedoes rather, and 4 S10s remaining, as well as 4 MOS. So we're doing well in everything except USET 80s. We're running a little short on torpedoes. Now, of course, this was not our mission objective, so let's move on. Alright, so we didn't even get to move from our location before we were intercepted by a second submarine, or at least cross paths with one. So we have Sierra 1 here. Let's see if we can work out what this one is. See if it's another Han or whether or not we... No, it's definitely not a Han. Actually, first things first. Alright, so we can... Yes, we can cross off biologics. Doesn't necessarily mean we can cut off surface traffic, though. In fact, I think that's exactly what we're looking at here. Alright, so what's our current depth? 50 feet.
Make depth 8 feet, dive I.
Let's go to periscope depth, and we'll pop radar quickly.
Con, dive at 8 feet, dive I.
Raise the radar mast.
Radar up. Alright.
Lower the radar mast.
M1.
Con sonar, master 1 is classified
Stern
as
trawler.
merchant.
Okay, stern trawler. Not what we're looking for, although we have no other targets at this point.
Upscope.
Alright, so let's see here. Should be at 305. Waves are awfully high, there it is. And I wish we could get, or we can get greater magnification. We'll have to use the look at external camera trick here. And that is in fact a Chinese fishing trawler.
Downscope.
Scope down. We have no thermal layers here to hide behind. Torpedo surface running. Let's see what we can stir up.
Control, we've lost the
Ah, no, of course that's going to happen. And that's going to go nowhere near the target. Try again.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Alright, tube 4 is clear. Torpedo heading for our trawler. Now my thought here, we're going to get down. We're going to go to 200 feet.
200 feet, dive by.
And I want to listen for activity and see exactly what we can find. Because we know there's another submarine somewhere in this area. We just can't hear it. So I need a way of actually getting it to show itself. Oh wow, now that is interesting. I wonder what we can't hear that dropped that noisemaker. Alright, so we've lost track of the first torpedo as well. It's completely disappeared. So what I might do, let's do a course change.
Come left to.
See if we can bring the total ray around and actually see if we can get a better ear on what is floating around over here. Now the Sierra 2, which we don't.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 359.
A second noisemaker. Wonder if our torpedo's actually on this one. I'm guessing Sierra 2 is actually this target and we're not looking at a third one, judging by how clear we got here. And it looks like that actually looks like a Shang.
Con sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as
so I don't think we've
submerged
encountered
submarine.
Shang before. U9, U6, U5, missiles, passive, towed array. This one's much more capable. Alright, I'm not sure what the hell just hit the water then.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
But it's clearly not for us. Alright, going active on our torpedoes. Just to see whether or not we can actually get this one visible.
Con, helm, steady course.
That can't be right. That has to be here.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 353.
Because that would make
fire
sense.
control,
That's
weapon
it's
countermeasure
turning
homing.
through. And it's just released a countermeasure and it's now heading in this direction, which is away from our torpedo.
Con, fire control,
Yep,
weapon
there
acquired.
it is. There it is. The Shang is on the Shang's on the
Con
surface.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 354.
Okay, well we can run this torp. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think I know what's happened. This has been hit by a torpedo, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Our first torpedo actually hit the Shang. The one that broke the wire actually hit the target. That is pure arse.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Alright, so we've reacquired the Shang. Yeah, it's stuck on the surface. It can't run at all.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
Oh,
358.
I have... Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing. An accidental wire break managed to take out the submarine. This is the second time this has happened in this campaign, where I've had a torpedo just go rogue and it's wound up hitting the target anyway. Well, Stern Trawler, you get to survive this after all. Alright, so the Shang is sunk. We have 5 USET-80s remaining. We've got 4 of our anti-ship missiles. Yeah, pretty much the same loadout as before. So we're still going to get into the East China Sea. Now, with only 5 USET-80s, I'm gonna have to go to Okinawa first to get a resupply and a reload. Thankfully, East China Sea is in that direction anyway, so that's where we have to go. hopefully we can find it and our delay loading up torpedoes won't let it get away, because this sounds like it's a pretty significant target and I would like to get my teeth into it. Anyways, ladies and gents, hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, Cold Waters will be returning to the channel very soon, and until next time, remember to click that like button if you did, share and subscribe if you want to see more, and as always, take care.